What is good? We're back. We've got week 12 wide receiver sit starts. We're going to roll through every matchup. The buys real quick this week. We got Dolphins, Broncos, Chargers, and Commanders on a bye. But let's jump right into the first matchup. Well, Chef, how you doing? I won't be rude.
You know me, brother. Your day on this side, dirt's a good one.
That's right. We're still on it. We woke up today, so we're going to do this for your pleasure. All right.
Sure.
Let's jump right into the first one. We got Tampa at L.A. On the L.A. side, it's Puka and Devontae and nobody else. On the Bucs side, Egbuka bounce back this week, right? And a Tez bounce back this week. Bucs bounce back this week. How are we feeling about that?
I mean, I love it. I mean, so this is a spot where we can take advantage of some stuff. I know Emmanuel Forbes has had a resurgence. That's a corner for the Rams, but I'm not really afraid of what they got going on. And actually, the last 4 weeks, Emeka Egbuka has been pretty good against single high, which, you know, the Rams play cover 3 at the 5th or 6th highest rate over the last 4 weeks. So he's at 2.7 yards per route run. I expect to bounce back. They've never not targeted him heavily. We're at 85 targets on the season, I believe now. And so if this offense is going to function and potentially no Bucky Irving again, I feel great about Emeka Egbuka. I feel like we could get some Tez Johnson action in there. You might even get a Sterling Shepard sighting from his Walker. But I don't. The only guy that I'm really comfortably and confidently playing is Emeka Egbuka. You desperation flexes with the Tez Johnson business, but yeah, I'm not fooling around with anything else.
Yeah, Egbuka coming in here at like wide receiver 15-ish. It's 2 down from kind of where the model has him, and then Tez Johnson, wide receiver 45-ish. Like, would you play Tez Johnson or Yoshibas because of no Chase?
Tez Johnson.
Ooh, so you like a little Tez bounce back because we haven't gotten Tez magic in a minute.
No, but that's okay though. That's okay. It's okay.
How about somebody like Xavier Leggett or Tez Johnson having a nice bounce back week last week, looking legit?
Xavier, they're playing Monday Night Football against the 49ers. Mm-hmm. We talked about there's no bodies left over on defense for the 49ers. Give me Xavier Leggett.
Ooh, okay. All right, I like it. All right, let's keep it moving. Let's go Seattle at Tennessee. JSN's the best receiver in the business right now. But are we getting more confident with Rashid Shaheed in his third game as a Seahawk? Maybe seeing him do some Torrey Horton-like things here soon in this offense.
He just missed a touchdown this past Sunday. Great play by Emmanuel Forbes, but I'm cool with playing. If you're looking for an upside flex play, and we've just basically been getting floor performances from Rashid Shaheed for the majority of the season, I'm going to fire him up one last time and just see what happens.
So model has him at wide receiver 36, I believe, and we're at 35. But would you play Mooney? No, Drake London or Rashid Shaheed this week?
Okay. Mooney, no Drake London.
If no Drake London,
or Rashid Shaheed. Correct?
Yep. We got Atlanta at New Orleans, and we have Shaheed at Tennessee.
Fine. I'll play Mooney.
Woo. Okay. Just more opportunity.
Yeah. That feels gross.
Yeah.
That's the one where we all look back and we're like, we knew it was going to be bad, and we did it anyway.
Right.
Right. So yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm probably going to be wrong. Please, if you are strong enough, start Rashid Shaheed. I just can't go away from what I think the volume could look like this week.
Kirk did like some Mooney in his previous stint as the actual starter for them. Not the last time he started, but when he was the starter coming into the season, Mooney had some good games. So some potential there. All right, on your Titan side, would you play anybody that isn't just like a Hail Mary play here? You confidently playing Ayoman or DK right now?
I'm not confident about anything that has to do with the Titans right now. Besides Cam Ward.
You getting him in the lineup as a third wide receiver or a flex, or you'd probably try to maybe
I'd play Rashid Shaheed.
Yoshivas.
Keep going. Keep going.
Okay, now we'll find some other comparisons. But
the Booty Warrior. Yeah.
The Booty Warrior. All right, well, that leads us into Patriots, Bengals coming up here. We got Diggs. Model loves Diggs this week. Boutte back potentially. The model has Diggs at wide receiver 12. So big love for Stephon Diggs. Matt Collins has had a nice game or two here. Kayshon Boutte, Kyle Williams shown some flashes. How are you playing the rest of this Patriots receiving core against a bad Cincinnati defense?
So if I'm desperate, I'll play. I actually thinking about it. The only good player, you've heard me say this a few times in a few different matchups, the only good player they have left on their defense is DJ Turner. DJ Turner doesn't really travel, so it wouldn't affect Stephon Diggs per se, but it would affect whoever the outside X wide receiver is, like a Mac Hollins or a Kayshon Boutte. So I would be less inclined to play those guys this week just because they're going to see DJ Turner, who is turning into one of the bright young stars at corner in the league. So it's Stephon Diggs, and then I probably submit, log out. I'm not really trying to fool around with anything else. Maybe some Pop Douglas if you're nasty.
So I was going to say maybe a little Pop Douglas. Would you play Yoshivas or Pop Douglas?
Pop Douglas.
Okay. All right. I think I can get down like that. Yeah, a matchup situation potentially. I think Patriots defense good. Yoshivas fine, has had some drops this season. Seems like there could be good upside. I got them kind of ranked back to back right now. These are going to be subject to change as we move around here. All right, on the other side, T. Higgins, how high is T. Higgins this week? I mean, you're starting them regardless, so I guess we could just kind of keep it moving there. But wide receiver 7 to 11 range.
Yeah. Single digits. I think I have him at wide receiver 11. I thought I had him at wide receiver 11. Let me just double check real quick.
Yeah. Well, while you're saying that, the reason why we've been talking about Yoshivas is because Chase obviously is suspended for a game. That's the reason why we've been prompting a lot of questions as we're walking through to see kind of where Yoshivas kind of settles in here for us. So where was T. Higgins for you, Chev?
10.
Motherfucking 10.
And I'd be cool going 9.5 this week.
All right, let's go Colts, Chiefs. Fun matchup. This is got to be everybody's circled game this week. I mean, some good matchups, but Chiefs, Colts is going to be a lot of fun. On the Chiefs side, I mean, Pittman playing them. Alec Pierce is got to be in your lineup, right? Flex play or a wide receiver 3.
Oh, this is a banger. Alec Pierce is approaching must start wide receiver 3 territory. Actually, he's already there.
You'd definitely rather play Pierce than Downs.
Hey guys, quick reminder. If you haven't signed up for the free Discord or the free Patreon, what are you waiting for? Click the link in the description.
Yes.
Downs has had some productive weeks.
Yes. But this thing with Alec Pierce, where they've evolved his role, and now he can run in breaking routes and he can do stuff other than just jump and run straight. That's a real thing. It's bag season too. So I think this is sticky.
Yeah.
I think this is sticky. I think So we have Alec Pierce pretty high this week. I want to say I've got him personally at my wide receiver 20.
Ooh, you probably got him a good bit higher than I have him. 31-ish.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about Alec Pierce.
Yeah, like I mean, on the other side, you have a Xavier Worthy, and like I definitely feel a little more confident about Alec Pierce in my lineup right now than Xavier Worthy. As crazy as that sounds.
Yeah, no, it doesn't sound crazy at all. Like one of them is producing fantasy points, and one of them is Xavier Worthy.
Yeah, right. So, so Chiefs side, Rashid Rice, of course, and then we just kind of touched on it. Like, I don't necessarily really feel strongly about playing anybody else. I don't mind playing Xavier Worthy. I'll put him in my lineup if I need a wide receiver 3. But like we said, somebody like Pierce. Would you play Christian Watson over Xavier Worthy right now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Clear path to targets. There's no Tucker Kraft. There's no Jaden Reed.
He's giving him the most juice for sure.
Yeah, like that's the way that their offense. No Josh Jacobs now, so they might be more inclined to let Jordan Love just say, "Fuck it, Christian Watson's down there somewhere." And if that happens, good things can happen because he is a large human that can run really fast.
Yeah. All right, we got Eagles, Dallas, another great matchup, marquee NFC East battle on the Eagles side. It's pretty much just you're playing all these guys. I know the Eagles offense right now has been less to be desired, but you're still plugging Devonta and AJ Brown in for the most part. Maybe there's some substitutions for AJ Brown you could be playing if you got a really stacked team, and maybe hit on some big waiver additions. But CD and George are crushing as well. So anything to add there, Chev?
No, that's an easy one.
All right, Giants, Lions on the line or Giants side. You got to keep plugging Wandell in, and then not confidently playing anybody else. Slayton down. Isaiah Hodgins got a little bit of love, so he could be a Hail Mary play if you need one, right? And we don't know if Dart or Jameis is going to play. I think you're going to catch some angry Lions out here. So Amon-Ra, obviously, but Jameson Williams, your guy, been climbing the ranks a little bit, getting more confident of a play, the last couple of weeks. So,
let's get aggressive.
Do you, if you had the choice between Jameson Williams and AJ Brown right now, you probably feel better about playing Jameson Williams, right? So, what do you think?
Without question. Yes. Like they've turned a new page in the book to where they're back using him on higher percentage routes like crossers, realizing that, you can run across the field faster than everybody too. And now all of a sudden he's at 6 yards per route run versus May in the last 4 weeks. Like the breakout came and it happened so aggressively. I almost said it came so aggressively. That would have been crazy. That would have been.
You might have just had to bleep that out. You can't.
Yeah. but it happened so fast. The switch. Hey, we failed Jameson Williams, and then he goes 4 for 66 and a touchdown, 100 and a touchdown, 90 and a touchdown. This is another great matchup because the New York Giants play so much single high and man coverage. Like I said, Jameson Williams has been at 6 yards per route run since week 8. I can't get enough of Jameson Williams. He was one of my bring home the bacon players this year. So I'm a small golf clap for the Jameson Williams breakout because that shit is happening and it's really exciting.
We're getting there. We're excited about it. All right. Minnesota, Green Bay, another great divisional battle here. NFC North, of course, both teams trailing the Bears. James, obviously the Vikings struggling with their pass thrower right this minute. But you're still playing Justin Jefferson, right? And you're still mostly playing Jordan Addison unless you have a really good situation there. And then nobody else on that side. Anything to add to the Vikings?
Yeah. This is what I get. Is this what it felt like? Are we back in time being a flat circle and watching Anthony Richardson just torpedo an organization with buku talent? Is that what's going on right now?
I mean, I don't like you saying those words on my podcast, but yeah, maybe.
I don't like saying it because when football's a lot better when you get Justin Jefferson gritty in the end zone 2 or 3 times in a Sunday, and him being just the overall wide receiver 1 and all that fun stuff. All that shit's gone now.
Yeah.
It's just out the window. What do you say?
We are due for a big Justin Jefferson game though where they just connect on one of those and it's like, all right, bang, as an explosion. It might not be multiple times a game, but I feel like we're primed for at least something big happening. He's too good to keep him in the bottle for this long, but yeah, sorry to cut you off.
No, I mean, probability tells us, and even he's in. Looked at Joseph's Substack. He's in the Coach I Was Open thing, and his P-Whopper's great. Yeah. So everything tells us it's going to happen. But J.J. McCarthy is playing poorly enough to mess that up for us, and we've seen it.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. I don't like it, but I just think that we're just look. If a guy can make, guys like Larry Fitzgerald and DeAndre Hopkins look regular because they're so bad at quarterback, we just got to accept that and hope that the situation gets better. And that's where we might be right now with J.J. McCarthy. Not saying that he can't turn it around, but we're quite literally in the Brock Osweiler twilight zone. If you know exactly what I mean.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Just bringing.
We're in the John Skelton, Larry Fitzgerald twilight zone right now. It's just not a great time for a premier Hall of Fame talent at wide receiver.
In Dynasty, just go by Justin Jefferson.
Yes, correct.
All right. Green Bay, Romeo Doubs, Christian Watson, both, I think, top 36 wide receivers this week as far as like guys that I don't mind playing. And Christian Watson, we've given some love to already and said, hey, kind of giving you an idea where he is. So I think both of you and I like Christian Watson a good bit this week. Romeo Doubs, I've kind of got him floating in that 36 range with, Josh Downs. Darnell Mooney is certainly, you got to get the taste out of your mouth, but it's probably a good probability to play him kind of situation, kind of floating around that area there. Jerry Jeudy or Romeo Doubs?
I'm going to go with Dobbs just because I got to see what happens with.
Same.
We got to see what happens with Cleveland this week. I'm pulling for Shador, but I got to see it happen first.
Got to see. Let me see it. All right. We got Bills. We got Texans. We're firing up Shakir. I don't really want to fire anybody else up. Josh Palmer was somebody you brought up as maybe a kind of a Hail Mary toss if you needed. And, I don't think you could play Shavers, right? You stash him on the bench and see what you can have, but you don't want to be playing him. So it's basically kind of just Shakir for me. Palmer, maybe a sneaky play.
So they're both just kind of dart throws. I'm going to stash them and see if one catches fire. I think they tied for the team lead in targets. Shavers just obviously caught the long touchdown, the 44-yard touchdown. So this is the type of matchup where, one of these guys, I think it's going to be a Khalil Shakir game, but I don't know that for sure. I would rather just stash Tyrell Shavers and Josh Palmer this week. I mean, I'd put them both outside of the top 50. If I had to just look at it and say, hey, would they be in the top 50? Nah, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah. On the other side, it's Nico and then Jayden Higgins or like Palmer. I kind of have those guys probably in similar ranges, right?
Higgins. Back-to-back games with 7 targets.
Probably.
He's looking the part. And from a dynasty perspective, this was one of my guys.
Yeah. Oh, of course.
Yeah. So I'm right there. I'm right there with you.
Gotta love that. All right, we got Falcons, Saints. Got some just great division matchups on the board. Obviously, these are two crap teams, but it's usually kind of a fun game. This Saints.
Yeah, it's gonna get. I think this goes well over the total this week. Surprisingly, we're gonna be on Red Zone. You're on Red Zone. You're gonna be on this game a lot randomly.
Yeah, right. We talked about Mooney a bunch here, because Drake is obviously. Nobody really knows the status of him. I'm probably not that interested in playing another Falcons receiver, but there is probably some option if you needed a Hail Mary to just flip a coin and pick up whoever the other receiver you like is for them, Kadero Hodge or whoever. You could catch a little bit of hey, Cousins that was where he was locked on and he was getting some easy targets, but I don't want to, right? And then Mooney, we said kind of top 36-ish. You got to get the taste out of your mouth, but its probability is probably okay.
We don't want to play Darnell Mooney, so why the fuck would you want to play some other receiver from there?
Yeah,
Like,
just like in the off chance that you got a barren waiver wire and you need a third wide receiver this week, like just the chance of somebody's got to catch the ball over there. So
yeah, man.
just
If
that
you're in
kind
a
of
league that's that
philosophy.
deep, you might want. I got a hotline for you to call if you're in a league that's that deep where you're considering playing Kadero Hodge.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in a league right now where there's not a whole lot of wide receiver options out there if you need one.
Right.
So.
But I guarantee you got one on your bench that's better than Kadero Hodge.
Probably so. On the other side, it's Chris Olave and nobody else for me.
Yeah, no Devon Bailey. That's just, again, I got a hotline for you to call if you want to play Devon Bailey this week.
Jets, Ravens. There's a quarterback change, so Mechie has looked okay. I always thought Mechie was decent. Had an unfortunate start to his career, and then AD Mitchell. Everyone's already clowning him for dropping some balls. But the thing is, you typically to get targeted need to be getting open. So that's always been a positive for AD Mitchell. He just got to do the second half of it. So any thoughts on the Jets, guys? Because I'm probably pretty good. But like you said, like same thing as like that other receiver for the Falcons. This is, hey, you could throw some. Who's Tyrod going to be hooking up with?
Yeah, it's so wow.
We're about to get one of those Fat Joe and Jada Kiss flags. We're gonna get some flags. We're gonna get some flags.
Okay, so first things first, with AD Mitchell, it's unfortunate that he has now developed a case of the Megan Fox thumbs for fingers and can't catch the football anymore. And that makes me really sad. But on the flip side, it's good to see John Mechie getting meaningful targets.
Sure.
Even though they were like 3 yards from the line of scrimmage this past week. So with Tyrod, maybe they opened it up a little bit more. I always thought John Mechie was a quality wide receiver. Like you said, it was an unfortunate start, and then the room got, it got late early and the room got crowded fast. So seeing him here in a place where he could I think this is a garbage time enough environment to where he could get 9-10 targets.
Sure.
I mean, he looks like the best option there, right?
Yeah.
So, that's the best I can do is just I want to see if it's actual quality targets coming from Tyrod. And, if it's not, if Justin Fields was just that bad at processing and passing the ball on a regular basis, right? Like, I need to see it be not the worst.
Yeah, I feel you. All right, other side, Ravens, Zay Flowers, nobody else.
Yeah,
we good.
Kicking.
Jags, Cards. Jaguars have some confusing receiver propositions, right? Brian Thomas plays. You got to put him in, but it hasn't been fun. Jakobi feels like, hey, we saw 6 targets, I believe, last game. We're now going to be 3-4 games in. This is a professional wide receiver here. I feel pretty comfortable playing Jakobi as a kind of 2-3 option. Parker Washington, if no Brian Thomas, the same logic of like, hey, he could get some balls because there's nobody else there to catch him, but that hasn't really been the case the last 2 weeks, although the script was certainly they got up quick in the Chargers game and they ran the shit out of it, which is, they want to run the ball. So Brian Thomas is an odd one for me, and I'm pretty comfortable playing Jakobi. How are you viewing Jacksonville?
Man, if you're going to guess where these guys land on a week in, week out basis and you do it accurately, just go play the lottery or something. Cause that's about what it feels like, trying to guess what the usage pattern is going to be, what Trevor Lawrence is going to be on that day. Then we got last week where the run game just got cooking and the game was over with before it started. Like, it's just a situation where this was supposed to be so much fun with Trevor Lawrence and Brian Thomas that sometimes when I reflect on what we thought 11 weeks ago, it was like, yeah, we don't know. We never know shit about any of this. Because now here we are, and I don't feel any sort of confidence playing Brian Thomas Jr. in the year of our Lord 2025, bro.
Really.
How did we get here?
I don't know, man, but it stinks.
Yeah. So I didn't really give you an answer, but
because I feel the same way. You kind of got to give the Speaker of the House,
Yeah, I got a filibuster.
Yeah, you just gotta put stuff out there, not answer a question.
Yeah,
but I've got Jakobi at around wide receiver 26, the highest of the three, and then I have those guys at Thomas at 29 and 30. Right? Like, I mean, that's just where we're like. Hopefully, I can be proved. It's 12 spots lower than the model has Brian Thomas. So. And I've got Jakobi 9 spots higher than the model has him, right? Or, so that's just kind of, Shakir is around that area, and Pearsall are kind of around that area of the Jakobi Meyers, and above Parker Washington and Brian Thomas Jr., because I feel a little bit more confident with those guys. So, Brian, like Alec Pierce or Brian Thomas is a real question. You got to play Brian Thomas, but
do you?
I do, but
Casey. I know I like Alec Pierce a lot, but Casey, it's been so good, so consistently, and it's been so bad, so consistently. I just want you. Hey, look, just hear me out.
I know.
It's not comfortable, but maybe, just maybe. Like, we can try to catch lightning in a bottle and get a good Brian Thomas game, or we can just take 14 points from Alec Pierce and call it a day.
Yeah, I feel you. All right, let's go to the Cardinals' size. Marv Harrison probably going to miss again, I would presume. So that's got to make Michael Wilson a pretty interesting play. Obviously, pretty much, I don't know if I really want to mess with any other wide receiver at that point, but Michael Wilson absolutely was a target monster last week. I don't know why much would change. It does, like I said, they don't have to be winning. It doesn't have to be great, but if the volume's going to go that way, he's a solid receiver. So what should we be doing with him this week?
I feel like you gotta chase it.
Top 24.
You gotta chase it, man. I would have him. I'd say top 30, closer to 24 than 30. I'm working my way through this right now. I haven't had a chance to watch like all of his targets. And it's like, man, is he just like a regular dude that just got a ton of targets, or is there like some juice here? Because if there's juice, I'd probably put him in the top 24.
I think there's enough juice. I don't think he's great. I think he's good, and got some physicality to him. He's solid and improving,
Right.
I got him at 22. I think right around Wandell range.
So you would play him over any of the Jags receivers, right?
Yep. Jordan Addison. Yep.
Okay. Jauan Jennings.
Yep.
Okay. So
I got him 2 spots ahead of Ricky Pearsall, just right under AJ Brown. I'm chasing the dragon, baby. I'm chasing it. Let's go.
All right. I'm rolling.
Jags defense again has been coming back around. So, again, but we don't need this to be a great game for Michael Wilson to get a ton of targets if no Marv. So
right. Yeah. No, I'm with you. All
right, we got Carolina, San Fran, Tech coming off a game, Toradol Bryce coming off a game. We got Xavier Legette coming off a game. Coker got some targets. So obviously we're not going to see 448 yards worth of offense from Carolina, maybe combined in the next 2 games. But Tet's a safe, very safe play. It just comes down to, can you get Xavier Legette in your lineup this week? Do you feel comfortable about it? We've already fielded a Xavier Legette question early in this podcast. Now we're late. How do we feel about it?
Yeah, I'm firing up all the Panthers receivers this week.
Woo! All of them. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. All 3 of y'all. Listen. So Jalen Coker, 49ers have struggled against slot wide receivers. He's starting to come into his own. Hopefully his quad doesn't explode and cause him to miss more time again. Xavier Legette, you heard Canales say that they're being more intentional and about creating opportunities for Xavier Legette, their first-round pick. Go figure. Former wide receivers coach trying to figure it out for his wide receivers. And then we got the best performance of Teteroa McMillan, the big pineapple, T-Mac's career. I've said some really aggressive things about where I think this is headed. And Now I feel vindicated because we could be on a second half Brian Thomas Jr. type of run with him. And I think that we just stay in the flames here. I really like him this week.
Hey, Chev likes some Panthers this week. As a 49ers guy, I don't like it, but I can understand it.
I like the offense. I don't know who's going to get a stop where in this game.
Yeah.
Just honestly, I don't know who's going to stop where. So Ricky Pearsall, firing him up. I think that 77% of the routes last week, it wasn't a game where they really needed him. He looks like he's all the way back. Even though it didn't play out. Like, you have to watch real football, okay? You waited this long for Ricky Pearsall. This is a great matchup with the Panthers, who play a ton of cover 3 and cover 4, and they don't move their corners around. Very rarely do they move J.C. Horn around, so they'll move. Kyle will move Kyle Shanahan will move around Ricky Pearsall to avoid J.C. Horn and probably target Mike Jackson, the other corner over there. And Jauan Jennings is, as long as he's healthy and Brock Purdy's back, there's something going on here. Obviously, he wants to get paid, right?
Sure.
But Brock Purdy being back in the saddle, like, you saw some real control, right? It never looked like he was out of order, out of pocket. Like, he was operating. And this is another opportunity for him to do so. So everybody's green in this game for me. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, as far as Jennings and Pearsall, yeah. I mean, you just needed Ricky and Kittle and Purdy to come out of that game clean. Obviously, you got the dub, so great. But the fact that Pearsall isn't on the injury report or anything re-aggravated, I think is a very good sign for moving forward. And just so happened that Purdy came back and didn't look rusty. So that's, all positives for this offense moving forward. Should be interesting. So, yeah, I'll greenlight those guys. I got Jauan Jennings 2 spots above the model at 28 and Ricky Pearsall 3 spots above the model at 25. So, moving on, we got Steelers, Bears. DK has not been great over the last 2. Our Jameson Williams, DK Metcalf. I think, who does Joseph have? Marv? Maybe? Yeah. That race is going to be tight. It's getting tight. I got to say, I kind of hope Mason Rudolph plays this game. A lot of targets went DK's way. I felt like when Rudolph was in. I wasn't watching that game like a hawk, but you're still you're firing DK up either which way, right?
Yeah, this is a great matchup to do so. I mean, we target Dennis Allen whenever we can, and we target him with an alien like DK Metcalf. So if there's as good a time that you want to feel good about playing DK Metcalf in that Arthur Smith environment, this is it.
Yeah. Bears side, Rome Odunze. I can't play DJ Moore right now. I'm just not doing it. There's some, like, we're like almost most of the guys we talked about, I'm playing over DJ Moore right now. I'm good.
Thank you.
How about Rome? And then let's talk about where Luther's probably not ready to be played, but you should be rostering him. Which I'm sure he has been, but Rome Odunze, confidently firing him up, right?
Yeah, Rome's back in the good graces. I mean, here's the thing. That wasn't the best matchup for him. I don't think his yards per route run versus man coverage is outstanding. Versus single high. He's still one of the top 15 best receivers on a per route basis. And then against cover 2, it's just not great. So 2 of 6, 2 catches, 41 yards, 6 targets. He doesn't have the volume that you want from a true alpha, but he gets enough red zone looks to where he's going to give you a top 10 week easily on 7 targets because 3 of them are going to happen in the end zone. So feel great about Rome. Luther, low-key, like Luther has surpassed Olamide Zaccheaus. He ran more routes, played more snaps. It's happening. So how do you feel about that?
I mean, as far as the Rome thing, model has him at 20. We've got him at 13. So we're giving Rome some extra love there. I've got confidence in Rome. Offense needs to just be consistent. And like you said, there's certainly some man zone splits right now. But Bears are finding ways to get it done, but no worries of firing Rome up. I'll play him. And then as far as Burden goes, I'm with you. I think he's taken Zacchaeus' spot, hopefully. But I'm not putting him in the lineup. I just want to see. But you're like, I don't know. Every time he touches it, I'm like, oh my God, let's get that guy, quite a bit more involved in what's going on. And hopefully as this goes down the line, you will see that kind of happening. So he could be somebody in 2 games where you're like, yeah, now we're at 50, 60% snap share and 6-7 targets a game. And, maybe that's to Rome's detriment, but who knows?
Yeah, we're right there on the cusp. Last week, 5 targets, 50% of the snaps, 60% of the routes.
Right.
It's close. And it's just whether or not they decide to like scheme it up to him.
He could be a Hail Mary play. Maybe he comes in and this is his breakout, and maybe he just doesn't kill you if he can kind of just replicate what we saw last week. But
right,
yeah,
and just not to get too over our skis, but Amon-Ra St. Brown didn't happen until week 13 of his rookie year. Not saying that that's where this is headed. I'm just saying we have a direct correlation to someone who's tied to the organization, that was involved with a talent that we believe is elite. And it didn't happen until week 13. So please, 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 I said it on the waiver show, please go stash Luther Burden away. Like, please. I'm like the dude with Bitcoin. Just go buy 1 Bitcoin.
Stash him. All right, last game of the week, we got Browns at Vegas.
Damn, I'm not going to lie. I legit was like, oh, we're done. And then we got to talk about this garbage fire.
All right. I mean, I hope Shedeur comes in here and can breathe some life into this offense. I don't want to get either of these guys into my lineup if not, but I'm definitely keeping Cedric Tillman on the sideline. Like, Cedric Tillman has to be the guy. Give him the ball. Let him be the guy. And I hope that we can see that. I don't want to put Judy or Tillman in the lineup if I really, really don't have to this week. But I feel like we're starting to see a little bit of Tillman starting to be back to like, oh, yeah, no, we should definitely be getting the ball down the field to that guy. He can make plays for us. And then if that's happening, I think then things might loosen up for Judy. He's getting plenty of targets, so you could probably start him, especially if Shedeur and him can get a little rhythm going or something. It's there. I just don't. The possibility is there, but I'm not confident in it.
Yeah, his Raiders soft zone is probably the best, the softest landing spot that you could get for Shedeur to make his first start. Now, if Max Crosby turns his X factor on, all of this goes away.
Outside of a bad pass rush that could be on his ass.
Right. Like, if he has his X factor on, then none of this is going to happen. So we can't play anybody on the Browns side. I don't want to play anybody on the Raiders side, but we'll talk about Trey Tucker. I'll let you talk about Trey Tucker.
Well, I've got him right inside the top 36 on our rankings. And then the model has him, let's see here, at 32. So, right kind of around the same range. There's, we saw it last week. They got some targets to him. He scored, I believe he scored. And was, okay. I think Trey Tucker's a good receiver, continues to be on the Coach I Was Open, the P-Whopper stuff. So I don't mind if he's going to be on all that information and great stuff Joey's throwing us. Like, I'll keep him inside that top 36 because we know that the potential is there. And it just, needs to be realized with Geno. Right. And so if that can happen, I don't mind keeping him kind of right inside that top 36.
Yeah, it doesn't feel comfortable, but here we are.
Yeah, that's like that Mooney Shaheed kind of range we were talking about earlier.
Just gross.
So, yeah. All right, let's wrap it up. That's it for week 12. Hope you come back for some more. Please get subscribed, 5-star review if you're listening on any platform of podcast, right? Hit us with them 5 stars. Come on back. Let's do this again next week. I'm Casey. That's Chev.